gentlemen, please rise and remain standing for the arrival of the vice-regal party. Please be seated.
Note to file, don't, next time you do this, Ethell, don't stand between a professional singer and the justice minister. That has absolutely nothing to do with what we're doing this morning. Good morning, Honorable Premier, Honorable Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I have a letter from the Premier recommending the members of the Executive Council. I have accepted her recommendations. Honorable Premier, will you please now introduce to our guests the members of the Executive Council?
Thank you, Your Honor and honorable guests. I would first like to introduce the members of my Executive Council whose portfolios will not change, and I would ask them to stand as called and remain standing. The Honorable Calvin Kenneth Dallas, the Honorable Jeffrey David Johnson, the Honorable Verlin Dale Olson, the Honorable Heather May Klimchuk, the Honorable Jonathan Brian Dennis, the Honorable Richard Carl Alfred Starkey, the Honorable Gregory William Weddick, the Honorable David Anthony Rodney, the Honorable Kyle Norman Fawcett, the Honorable Teresa Yanyi Wupa, the Honorable Donald Keith Scott, and the Honorable Sandra Lynn Jansen. And I will say, just as a note, that the Honorable Doug Horner and the Honorable Fred Horn are out of the country at the moment, but their portfolios will not be changing. You may be seated. Your Honor, I would now ask David Jonathan Winquest, Donna Marie Kennedy Glanz, and Naresh Indur Bardwaj to please step forward so that you may administer the oath of Executive Council.
I will now administer the oath of Executive Council to the new members. Would the members repeat, "So help me God," at the close of the oath? You, David Jonathan Wynn Quest, Donna Marie Kennedy Glans, and Narish Indar Barwa, do solemnly promise to and swear that you will serve Her Majesty truly and faithfully in the place of your council in Her Majesty's province of Alberta. You will keep close and secret all such matters as shall be treated, debated, and resolved on in Executive Council, without publishing or disclosing the same of any part thereof by word, writing, or otherwise to any person out of the same council, but to such only as it be of the council. And yet, if any matters so propounded, treated, and debated in any such Executive Council should touch any particular person sworn of the same council, upon such matter as shall in any wise concern his loyalty and fidelity to the Majesty's Queen. You will in no wise open the same to him, but keep it secret as you would from any person until the Queen's Majesty's pleasures be known on that behalf. You will in all things to be moved, treated, and debated in any such Executive Council, faithfully, honestly, and truly declare your mind and opinion to the honor and benefit of the Queen's Majesty and the good of her subjects without partiality or exception of persons. In no wise forbearing so to do from any matter of respect, favor, love, meed, displeasure, or dread of any person or persons whatsoever. In general, you will be vigilant, diligent, and circumspect in all your doings touching Her Majesty's affairs. All which matters and things you will faithfully observe and keep as a good counsellor ought to do to the utmost of your power, will, and discretion, so help you God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Would the members now subscribe to the oath by signing the Executive Council roll book?
Congratulations. Your Honor, I will now call forward the Honourable David Graham Hancock to take the oath as Deputy Premier and Minister of Innovation and Advanced Education.
Would you please take the oath of office and subscribe to the same in the Executive Council roll book?
I, David Graham Hancock, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my skill and knowledge execute the powers and trust reposed in me as Deputy Premier and Minister of Innovation and Advanced Education for the province of Alberta. So help me God.
Elizabeth II, by the grace of God of the United Kingdom, Canada, and the other realms and territories, Queen, Head of the Commonwealth, Defender of the Faith, to all to whom these presents shall come, greeting. Know ye that having confidence in the loyalty, integrity, and ability of the Honourable David Graham Hancock, QC, of Edmonton, the province of Alberta, I, under and by virtue of the power in me vested in that behalf, do appoint him as the said Honourable David Graham Hancock, QC, to be Deputy Premier and Minister of Innovation and Advanced Education for the province of Alberta, to have and to hold for all and every the powers, privileges, authority, and advantages to the said office of Deputy Premier and Minister of Innovation and Advanced Education, by right and by law appertaining, In testimony hereof, I've caused these letters to be made patent, and the Great Seal of the Province of Alberta to be hereunder affixed. Witness is myself, dated today, the 13th of December. Congratulations.
Would the Honourable Robin Ian Campbell please step forward to take the oath as Minister of Environment and Sustainable Resource Development?
I, Robin Ian Campbell, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my skill and knowledge execute the powers and trusts reposed in me as Minister of Environment and Sustainable Resource Development for the Province of Alberta, so help me God.
Thank you, sir.
Would the Honourable Diana Janet McQueen please step forward to take the oath as Minister of Energy?
I, Diana Janet McQueen, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my skill and knowledge execute the powers and trusts reposed in me as Minister of Energy for the Province of Alberta, so help me God.
Would the Honourable Mamit Singh Bhular please step forward to take the oath as Minister of Human Services?
I, Manmeet Singh Bhular, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my skill and knowledge execute the powers and trusts reposed in me as Minister of Human Services for the Province of Alberta.
Would the Honourable Kenneth Gardner Hughes please step forward to take the oath as Minister of Municipal Affairs?
I, Kenneth Gardner Hughes, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully, and to the best of my skill and knowledge, execute the powers and trusts reposed in me as Minister of Municipal Affairs for the Province of Alberta, so help me God.
Would the Honourable Thomas Adam Lukaszuk please step forward to take the oath as Minister of Job, Skills, Training and Labour?
I, Thomas Adam Lukaszuk, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully and best to my skills and knowledge execute the powers and trust reposed in me as Ministers of Job, Skills, Training and Labor for the province of Alberta. So help me God.
Would the Honourable Richard William McIver please step forward to take the oath as Minister of Infrastructure?
I, Richard William McIver, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my skill and knowledge execute the powers and trusts reposed in me as Minister of Infrastructure for the province of Alberta. So help me God.
Would the Honourable Douglas Gordon Griffiths please step forward to take the oath as Minister of Service, Alberta?
I, Douglas Gordon Griffiths, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my skill and knowledge execute the powers and trust reposed in me as Minister of Service, Alberta for the province of Alberta. So help me God.
Would the Honourable Wayne Ronald Drysdale please step forward to take the oath as Minister of Transportation?
I, Wayne Ronald Drysdale, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully, to the best of my skill and knowledge, execute the powers and trust reposed in me as Minister of Transportation for the province of Alberta. So help me God.
Would the Honourable Frank Edward Oberle please step forward to take the oath as Minister of Aboriginal Relations?
I, Frank Edward Oberle, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully, and to the best of my skill and knowledge, execute the powers and trusts reposed in me as Minister of Aboriginal Relations for the province of Alberta. So help me God.
Would the Honourable Richard Glenn Fraser please step forward to take the oath as Associate Minister of Recovery and Reconstruction for High River and of Public Safety?
I, Richard Glenn Fraser, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my skill and knowledge execute the powers and trusts reposed in me as Associate Minister for Public Safety for the province of Alberta, so help me God.
Would the Honourable David Jonathan Wingquest please step forward to take the oath as Associate Minister of Seniors?
I, David Jonathan Wingquest, do solemnly and sincerely promise to swear that I will duly and faithfully, and to the best of my skill and knowledge, execute the powers and trusts reposed to me as Associate Minister of Seniors for the province of Alberta, so help me God.
Would the Honourable Donna Marie Kennedy Glantz please step forward to take the oath as Minister of Electricity and Renewable Energy?
I, Donna Marie Kennedy Glantz, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my skill and knowledge execute the powers and trust reposed in me as Associate Minister of Electricity and Renewable Energy for the province of Alberta. So help me God.
Would the Honourable Nareshinder Bardwaj please step forward to take the oath as Associate Minister of Persons with Disabilities?
I, Nareshinder Bardwaj, do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my skills and knowledge execute the powers and trusts reposed in me as Associate Minister of Services for Persons with Disabilities for the province of Alberta, so help me God.
Your Honor, honorable ministers, and all of your family members and friends who are here today who have traveled here on such a special day, a snowy day, to be part of this wonderful morning. Thank you so much for being here. And I have to say, it's pretty fun to walk in and hear Christmas carols before a cabinet swearing in. And I must say that from my perspective, I'm so excited to be here today with this great new cabinet team. It's a team that reflects the experience and the energy and the vision of our caucus. Together, our progressive conservative government has already made tremendous progress in delivering on the commitments that we made to Albertans under the Building Alberta plan, and it is because of these members of cabinet. We are investing in families and communities, we are living within our means, and we are opening new markets for Alberta's resources to ensure that we're able to fund the services that Albertans told us matter the most to them. Now, with the new year almost upon us and a strengthened cabinet team, we begin the next phase of the Building Alberta plan. It's ominous. Our focus will be expanding our economy. Fresh on the heels of yesterday's news that Alberta will lead the country in economic growth in each of the next 2 years. We'll drive innovation to ensure that we're doing everything that we can today to ensure a more prosperous Alberta tomorrow. And above all else, this team and our entire government will work tirelessly to deliver on the central promise that we were elected to do, to create an even better quality of life for Albertans. The next phase of the Building Alberta plan is an ambitious agenda, and it will be led by an incredibly capable team of men and women that are here today. We will ensure that Alberta has the skilled workforce and the training opportunities that it needs to keep growing, with a new senior ministry that's focused on building an innovative and a diversified economy to position us for lasting success in the future. We'll balance Alberta's budget by continuing to live within our means, holding the line on spending increases, and expanding our results-based budgeting process to challenge every dollar that government spends. And we'll strengthen frontline health care and drive down wait times by building additional family care clinics. We're moving forward with the next wave of new and improved schools in our fastest-growing communities to keep class sizes low. Just yesterday, Jeff Johnson and Wayne Drysdale were in Grand Prairie to announce 3 new school projects as part of this commitment, and in the days ahead, there will be more news on that front. We will also remain focused on rebuilding efforts in communities that are affected and were affected by the June flood, with large mitigation projects to protect Alberta's lives and property. We'll work to make our streets and our communities safer with the focus on new approaches to fight bullying and crime. And we'll work to keep electricity rates affordable for Alberta families and build on Alberta's success in developing renewable energy. This is an ambitious agenda, and we will drive it forward each and every day, even as we continue the important work of rebuilding our province in the wake of the worst natural disaster in Canada's history. That's why our 3 associate ministers of recovery and reconstruction will remain in their roles to lead the long-term efforts that are now underway in communities across southern Alberta. And this is important work that they are leading so capably. Together, I have every confidence in our team's ability to implement the next phase of the Building Alberta plan, and in your ability to provide the strong and steady leadership that Albertans expect from our government. So congratulations to all members of Cabinet today, both new and returning. I look forward to working with you to build Alberta for the 4 million people who now make our province their home, and the million more that we expect in the next decade. Thank you.
As Her Majesty the Queen's representative, it's my pleasure to congratulate each of you and to wish you well in the very important work that lies ahead. Today, you've taken an oath to serve your fellow Albertans with honor. You've promised to perform your duties and serve the Crown to the best of your abilities. Above all, you've made a commitment to governing our province with honor and in the best interest of all Albertans. The life of a leader is not an easy one. Every day brings its own challenges, stresses, and tough decisions to be made. But there's also no better gift in life than the opportunity to serve and to make a difference to the home that you love. You are the guardians of our most treasured traditions, including our proud history of peace, order, and democracy, our proven strengths as innovators and pace setters, and our shared commitment to delivering the best possible quality of life for all citizens. I wish each of you success in the very important work ahead. I'd also like to offer a word of thanks to the family members who are here today. I know that you also serve so that your loved ones can do this important work. You take on extra responsibilities at home and in the community, and you often endure time apart so that these men and women can do their jobs. I'm sure each of them would agree with me when I say that their success is dependent on the support of families and friends. So thank you to all of the loved ones here today for your many contributions. Best of luck to all. God bless, God save the Queen, and enjoy this special day. Merci beaucoup.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lieutenant Governor invites all guests to a reception on the second floor, immediately following the departure of the Vice-Regal Party. I would ask you to remain standing for that.